just talking away. Sorry, I was muted. My bad. I apologize. You should be able to hear me now. I'm so sorry about that. Thanks for your patience. So sorry. All right. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You should be able to hear me now. Let me double check that you can. Hello. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Sound's on. Hello. So we are doing, I do webinars for people in the direct sales industry and small businesses all the time. But every now and then we'll do one that is product or company specific. And tonight we're going to be talking essential oils, health and wellness, doTerra, some really fun things like that. So super. Yeah, I was muted. Yep, I was like sharing away and you can hear me behind. And I always try to tell myself, remember to unmute. And I always forget nonetheless. Oh, well, it's all good. We're good now. So let me say what I was saying again. So my name is Michelle Hess-Withers. I am the owner of this company, Creative Success Systems. I have been in the direct sales industry in the past. This is my full-time gig now. But I have been with 3 different companies and built teams, etc. And it really doesn't matter what my success is. What matters is if this content helps you. So I really do pray that it does, and with that we have a good time tonight. We will be having a doTerra guest join us tonight, share kind of some of her experiences with some of my content, and it should be fun. All right. So let me know if you are doTerra, how long you've been with doTerra and what your level is with doTerra. If you're with another company, please know you're absolutely welcome to stick around, okay? Please don't feel like you need to run away. You will learn a lot from these tips, no matter what company you are, and all are welcome, okay? So super excited to have you here. Now, I have lots of freebies for you. They call me the question queen. I am very strong. I have very strong skills at getting you lots and lots of engagement. And so one of the things that is important to me that I help you get is lots of comments and lots of new customers. Okay. And I have a bunch of free questions for you, getting to know your questions that are super fun for you to increase your algorithms. And all you have to do, if you see the crawler down below, is comment oil, and then you'll get a message. And when you get that message, click on get the goodies. Okay. A couple quick things that I want to share as people are popping on. Hello, 11 months. Hi, Penny. How you doing? Nice job. 11 months. 7 years, Karen. That's awesome. What level are you at, love? Hey, Miss Allison. Hey, Robin. 6 years. Building for 2. Awesome. Yeah, sometimes we get in for the perks of it, huh? Let's see here. Awesome. Ashley, welcome. You guys are fantastic. Awesome sauce. Lisa, welcome. Oh, you're elite. Awesome, Robin. Good job. Perfect. Is it Pilly? Am I saying that, Miss Yoga? It looks like you're tuning in from a Facebook page. Hey, Miss Amy. Hey, Miss Tawana. Hey, Judy. Good job, ladies. All right. If you're with doTerra, let me know what your level is, how long you've been with doTerra. If you're with a different if you're with a different company, let's see if I can get my words out. Go ahead and let me know which company you are with. Okay. So I am known as the question queen. And like I said, when you comment oils, you're going to get a message. When you get that message, one of the things that will happen is you'll have a button that says click the goodies. Be sure and do that. Now, the other thing we do is we love to give away stuff, okay? And I believe in going Facebook Live, but let's just a minute, ladies. It's sometimes challenging to get our faces and our hair all done every day to go live. So I've got these fun hats for you. I've got a couple white and red ones left. These are my question queen hats. They are the cutest, funnest thing ever. So we'll be giving one of these away tonight. And all you have to do is share this after you click on get the goodies, and then comment revolution. Comment revolution down below, and that will get your name into the drawing for one of these hats. All righty. All right, Anna, fabulous. Your manager, awesome sauce. Healy, awesome, fabulous. Awesome. doTerra 1 year building 5, fabulous. Hi there, Sheila. So try oil instead of oils. If you didn't get the message, Sheila, try oil instead of oils, hun. Comment oil, guys. If you look down below, you'll see it's OIL, just oil. Just the word oil, not plural. Try again. Elite Premier, awesome, Judy. Thank you for spreading the love, Miss Anna. Awesome sauce. Thank you, Sherilyn, for spreading the love. Ari, thank you for spreading the love. Anna, thank you so much. Judy, awesome. Thank you. Robin, thank you. Allison, awesome. Okay. All right. Who would love to find some customers tonight? Okay. So I'm going to ask you your best tip. So Miss Allison, you need to comment oil. When you get a message from Creative Success Systems, there will be a button. The button says get the goodies. You click that instead of comment it here, love. So do that in Messenger, okay? We want to make sure you get that. Okay, so I want to ask y'all, what is your favorite oil to help people with sleep? Okay, what is your favorite oil to help people with sleep? Now, just so you know, I've helped lots of doTerra gals. I know you have to be very, very careful with wording. So I'll be giving you some tips. I know you can't make any claims or anything like that. So I do understand your rules. I've been buying doTerra oils for a long time. I've never sold them as a business. That's not one of the businesses I've done. But I have lots and lots of oils, and we've used them for a very, very long time. And I really prefer, I've had like let's see, 4 home births. I love to go to my nature paths. I love the outside the box. I feel there's a time and a place for doctors and antibiotics and stuff like that. And I try to be a minimalist and those kind of things. So just so you know, that is kind of my lifestyle, even though I have never sold it. Does that make sense? I can have the conversation. So just kind of an FYI. Lavender, awesome. I saw Serenity. Ooh, lots of good ones. Okay, so I know you know awesome ideas on this. So I'm going to give you a question, and you're going to go to your personal timeline. Okay, mine says Michelle Hess Withers, not your business page or your group. You're just going to go to your personal timeline. You know, you open up Facebook, first thing it says is what's on your mind. And that's where you're going to go. Okay. And so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to ask this question. Are you ready? On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you sleep? Okay. So I want you to go pick your favorite colored background. You know how Facebook has those little backgrounds now. There's snow ones and Valentine's ones and your avatar ones. And you're going to pick one of those, and you're going to put on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you sleep? Okay. I'll put this up on the screen. And okay, and don't worry, we're not going to make any claims or anything like that. What just happened here? Okay. There we go. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you sleep? Go pop that on your timeline. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come back and comment done. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you sleep? Jory. Is it Jory or Yori? Do you go, is it a Y sound or a J sound? Awesome, Miss Michelle. Fabulous. Raylina. Fabulous. Delia. Okay, so I'm going to give you Sean, awesome. Sheila, fabulous. Laverne, awesome. Sherilyn, thank you. Judy, awesome sauce. A J. Okay, Jory. It looks like a name like I lived in Scandinavia and their J's or Y sounds, and it looked like it was a really like fun Scandinavian name. All right, Amy, awesome sauce. Penny, fabulous. Hey, Miss Brandy, how you doing, gorgeous? Robin, awesome. Anna, awesome. Jenny, awesome. Okay, so be sure and on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you sleep on your personal profile? And if you haven't yet, make sure you've commented oil, okay? And that will get you the goodies. And then also share this out, comment revolution. Now, another thing that works really well, your friends in doTerra, a lot of people, what they do when they're here on the webinar, they tag like 10 friends below. And it's really easy. You start typing their name in and it will pop up their name, and that gets their attention. It's like, hey, come join us. So if you have team members, uplines, sidelines, just friends in the business, be sure and try that and bring in a few more friends. Okay, let's see if we can get that number up to 100. Okay, so I know doTerra is huge. There's a ton of you that need this information. Alrighty, and especially, man, with COVID and trying to be careful, getting together with people is something that we're more sensitive to, and social media is so great for this industry. Okay, good job, Miss Michelle. Awesome sauce. Okay, fabulous, Rochelle. All right, so the question's right there. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you sleep? All right, so I'm going to invite, we actually have another Michelle. I'm 2 L's, she's 1 L, Michelle Johnson. And we're going to tell you a little bit about engagement. There are 2 reasons why we ask these fun questions. And we're going to tell you a little bit about the structure of the questions, why we do it, some of her success that she's had with it. And we'll go from there. Awesome. Patrice, Don, thank you so much for tagging those gals. Thank you so much, Sherilyn. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. Thank you so much for spreading the love. You're fabulous. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to invite Michelle in. Everybody say hi to Miss Michelle. So adjust your camera a little bit, hun, so you're in the middle of the screen.
Okay.
There you go, girl.
Okay, perfect.
Fabulous.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
make you in this. There you go. Awesome. Everybody say hi to Miss Michelle. Tell them where you're from, girl.
I am from Strong Island, which is Long Island, New York. Hi, everybody.
Woo! Awesome, sauce. Awesome. And tell them how long you've been doing doTerra.
Oh, wow. I started about 3 years ago, but I really started focusing on it about a year ago.
Awesome. Very cool. And tell us what level you're at with doTerra.
I'm currently at the director level.
Very cool. Awesome. Okay, so let me give you kind of a rundown a little bit about why we're asking this funny question, okay? So like I said, they call me the question queen. And one of the things that I have learned in my business years is that when we move from playing what I jokingly call show and tell to asking questions, here's a little bit about me, tell me about you. I find that our engagement blows up, our algorithms go up. We find people for customers. Let's just be honest here. These little bottles, I got my grapefruit going. Okay, these little things are not sexy. Okay, they are not visually stimulating. Okay. So we've got to find other ways to find customers and get engagement, because these little things have never been overly attractive. Okay, let's just get honest about that for a second. Okay, so this is super, super fun. But it's the results and the challenges that the stuff helps overcome. That's the big deal, right? The only thing I've seen that I like with this as an image is when they put like 20 different uses for it. It kind of helps with that. But for the most part, it's not super visually stimulating. Okay. Um, so let me tell you what some of my techniques are here. I believe asking these questions are good for two reasons. Two reasons, okay? The first reason is just to get more engagement and to boost your algorithms. And what that means, Facebook wants to see that people like what you post. And how they show that is they have comments, they like or heart the post. And that tells Facebook, oh, okay, she got comments, he got comments. Let's share this with a few more people. Okay. Does that kind of make sense? So it's really, really important to understand that if you're not getting comments or likes, Facebook has, it's almost like this sliding scale behind each of our names. We can't see it. And if you post something and it gets Zippo engagement, Facebook goes, they don't like you as much. And you get something, gets a whole bunch of engagement, they go, oh, they like you. Okay, we're going to share your next thing a little bit more. Every one of the things that you post, the engagement you get on it will partially determine how much Facebook shares your next thing. Does that kind of make sense?
Right.
So you do not want to post things that get Zippo engagement. And you just, if it dies, okay, we're going to post the next thing. We're going to try to boost it up. You don't have complete control over it. But we can work smarter in hopes that we get more engagement. Okay. Does that kind of make sense? So really important to understand that your engagement will make a huge difference over other posts that gets over the next post engagement or how much Facebook will show it. So we have these little rules we call, we encourage you to do buttons that have what we call one button responses. So let me give you a couple examples and then Michelle will tell you about some of the questions she's used. So the first ones are just fun ones. I gave you one tonight that will help you find clients. But on other days, we do ones that are just silly and fun. We did a bunch of Valentine's ones. I'll be telling you about a challenge that you can take advantage of with this that we're starting next week. And we do super, super silly fun ones. We did a bunch around Valentine's Day, like where did you meet your sweetheart? Who said I love you first? What's your favorite date night? When you ask those kind of things, it's really, really funny how many people comment and who comments. So Michelle, what have you seen happen with those kind of posts? Tell us first what questions you posted and then what kind of engagement and reaction did you get?
Okay, so I did for Valentine's, I did one on chocolate on a scale of 1 to 10. You know, how much do you like chocolate?
Yes.
And that's still going on now.
Yeah,
I
that was
did
a couple
that
of weeks ago.
post. Yeah, I did that post a week ago and it's still going on now. I'm almost at 200 responses to that. And that's
Wow.
outrageous for me.
Yeah,
Outrageous. The next one I did was how did you meet your sweetheart? And the stories were crazy.
that's super cool.
It was crazy. And it's great because now at the end of the month, I want to do an essential oil class on intimacy and essential oils. So those are the people I'll be targeting, the ones that were in the relationship post.
Gotcha. Very interesting. Okay, so remember to comment oil, not oils. It won't pick up with just that one letter. We'll keep it from sending to you. So make sure you comment oil. You're welcome to comment as many times as you'd like. um, so these questions. Now, tell me a little bit about who commented on the chocolate post. Any surprises there?
Yes. I
Yeah.
have friends who have they're maxed out on their likes, on their friends on Facebook. They have over 5,000. Those people never commented on my post. Now they're seeing it and they're commenting.
Wow.
So
So
I'm
did you
getting into, yeah.
Did you see anybody comment that never had commented before?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the thing for me is I set my profile to public. So now I'm getting new friend requests. I'm also getting people that I don't even know, like a woman in Stockholm.
Oh, wow. That's
I don't
cool.
know her. Yeah. She commented
Wow.
on her post and we did a little DM thing and yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
So let me give you a couple tips here, and Michelle will attest to this. When you get comments on your post, it's super important to reply back to every single one of them. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love chocolate? And they say 10 or 0. You just say awesome. If it's a higher number, you say, what's your favorite brand, or what's your favorite kind, or what do you like to pair it with,
Hmm.
or are you milk or dark chocolate? Something fun. You want to ask one more question and make it fun. If they hate it, if they're 310 or 3210, I can see if I know my numbers, but you might want to say, if you don't like chocolate, what's your favorite sweet treat instead? Okay, so the idea is they comment, you reply. Now here's the thing. Let me give you a couple really important tips. Okay, when you when you post something, please don't post and then run away. What I mean by that is, you don't post and then go to work for 8 hours and ignore it. You don't
Right.
post and then go immediately to bed. Okay, what I tell people, okay, is my best advice, is you're going to so, Sean, there's no such thing as a personal page. Everyone has a personal profile. When you
Right.
sign up for Facebook, you have a personal profile. Then you run a business page that's connected to your personal profile. That's how you build it, is from your personal profile.
Mhm.
So this is my business page. It's called Creative Success Systems, and then everyone has a personal profile. So you don't have two different, and pages are called business pages. You have a personal profile, not a personal page. It's a personal profile. So just a little vocabulary lesson, but great question. Um, so when you post, this is what I suggest, okay? Have an idea in your head what question you want to do. You wake up, grab your phone, post your fun question. Go to the bathroom, shower, start getting ready. You're going to have a couple comments. Take 5 minutes, reply to every one of those comments before you go about your day. Okay. So you might have, 2 to 5 comments. Make sure you reply to them in the first 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Then Facebook will explode how many more people get shown to. You go back in 4 hours, you'll have you'll have a bunch more comments. This is amazing for algorithms, and it's simple and duplicatable. You can do this and your teams can do it.
Yeah.
What have you seen when you've quickly replied, Michelle?
After I reply, I everybody I ask, it's so embarrassing. I ask everybody the same question, what's your fave? So it's
That's
embarrassing.
okay. No, no, no. It
Yeah.
doesn't. That's totally fine. They don't see the
Because
comment.
I'm thinking they're reading the thing, the reply, but they're not. So
They're not
because
really, no.
they're not. No, they're not. So I ask everybody what their fave is, and they reply back what their fave is. And if they're not a chocolate lover, I'm like, oh, I like those too. And what else do you like? So I'll have like a chain of 4 things going on that
Right.
one reply.
And did you see it blow up and more comments
It
come in
was
if you did that?
crazy, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's nuts.
yeah, I got people who have maxed out on their friends on Facebook who, they never reply on everything. And I know them, like,
Right.
I can see them next tomorrow.
Yeah, it's really, really amazing. This is the thing. Understanding how Facebook works can absolutely change your business, because Facebook does have some internal rules, and it's not like it's a secret. It's just sometimes it kind of changes, and you'll hear things like, how many times a day do you post? That's not what's important. What's important is whatever you post gets engagement. I would rather you have one good post than 6 that don't get comments. Okay, let me repeat that one more time. I'd rather you have one good post that gets comments than 6 that get nothing. Because I promise you, every time you get that nothing, Facebook is just like you're kind of ranking on Facebook as to what's going to get seen will
Mhm.
just continue to go down. Okay. Yes, very similar. Facebook and Instagram do work similar. Are you using the same post or creating new post? Not sure where or what you're talking about. Can you restate that question with a little more explanation, Mona, and I'll do my best to answer it. Okay, so our very first goal is to first blow up engagement. You can ask these questions as much as a couple, every other day to every day. And the more also that you can do about your personal life. So let's say you go and you get your favorite milkshake and you take a selfie of you and your milkshake and you're going to ask Kate, I just needed this today, had to get out of the house, got COVID brain, just tired. What's your favorite drink to get, when you're, need a break? The thing that most people don't understand is that their posting on Facebook is kind of like this show and tell, whereas you could instead say, here's a little bit about me, tell me about you. When you change that, so I want you to say, everybody comment, tell me about you, tell me about you. We have to stop talking out and say, here's a little bit about me, tell me about you. It will change your social media game completely. Who have been some people you've reconnected with or connected with for the first time through this?
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, he's kind of a semi-celebrity. He's a music director for Patti LaBelle.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Shut up. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And he's someone who follows you? Or you
We follow each other, yeah.
That's super cool. Wow.
Yeah, we met like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. He's maxed out on his friend request.
Sure.
I'm afraid to delete somebody, whatever, to add me, but whatever.
Right.
And he never comments on any of my posts.
Any comment on chocolate?
Yeah.
Super funny.
Comment on chocolate.
Guys, here's the thing, okay? Our country's been a little, wonky for the last year plus. Everybody's sick of talking about COVID and politics. You can ask silly things like chocolate and people are like, please, let's just talk about food or do anything, talk about anything besides the two dreaded topics right now. Okay? It's amazing what happens when you just change it to something fun. People are so relieved. Why do they scroll Facebook? It's supposed to be kind of a checkout or relief, and it's just serious and grumpy. And so when you talk about something fun, they're like, girl, we like you, Michelle. We're so glad you're here. They're thrilled. They're absolutely thrilled. Let's see. Mona, Michelle said she put more questions as a follow-up, part of the original question in the comments. Okay, so what we're saying is someone comments and then you reply back with another question and then she answers and you try to have a little bit, just one or two back and forth. And we'll talk about moving it to Messenger in here in just a quick second. Okay. Awesome. You're getting the answers, Sean? Yes. Awesome. Okay.
Perfect.
That's a great segue. So the number 2 thing we do is we teach you how to ask questions that can start conversations about your product. So let me just give you an outside of your product example because sometimes it helps to see it. If I have my girls that sell bling ask how many days a week do you wear earrings, and someone says 7, don't you think they could go and talk to them about earrings and easily sell them a pair of earrings? Okay. So what we're trying to do, that's called a qualifying question. A qualifying question is all about the people that possibly, okay, that's the key word, possibly have a need for your product. It's incredibly important to know how to have that conversation about health and wellness in a way that you don't make people feel put off, okay? That's definitely something that can happen sometimes, okay? This one that we had you ask tonight, if you haven't done it yet, if you just joined us, be sure and post on your personal profile on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you sleep? Okay. And just to be honest, we all know that a lot of people are struggling with that. They were struggling before things got kind of crazy, and now between, they could be sick, they could be emotionally stressed out, there's all sorts of stuff going on. Okay, hey, I want to know, you guys answer the question on a scale 1 to 10, how well do you all sleep? Comment that. I'm curious. Hopefully you're sleeping pretty well with your oils. But it'll just kind of be fun to see your thoughts.
Yes.
All right, so when people answer those kind of questions, we want to have a careful back and forth. We always reply to every single comment. Okay, so my 3 top things are congratulate, compliment, or empathize. Okay, not tell your whole story, but you want to congratulate, compliment, or empathize depending on what makes sense. Okay, so how will they sleep? They say 2, like, oh, hun, that sounds hard. I'm so sorry. Okay, we always want to have some sort of something that we relate. Want to make sure that we show that we're good listeners. Okay, so this is all about being a good listener, is all this is. Okay, doing it social media style. All right, so I want to ask a quick question of y'all. Now, if you haven't yet, make sure you comment oil, just OIL, to get my goodies, my freebies. And if you haven't yet, share this out in Comment Revolution, be entered into the drawing, okay? All right, so these questions we do about health and wellness, and there's lots of like back doors. Like Michelle was saying, she had the one about, how did you meet your spouse? And she's going to have, tell me about the event and what oils you're going to focus on.
Passion, cinnamon, oh wow, so many. Black pepper, geranium. There's so many.
Very cool. Awesome. Okay. So really, really important to note that when you have a question that you could move towards a conversation about health and wellness, it's really, really important how you have this conversation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious if this has ever happened to you. You message somebody and you may see a post about a health and wellness concern that they're having, or you start a conversation about health and wellness and it's going back and forth, and then it just kind of dies. So I call this going MIA, that the person you're talking to goes MIA, missing in action. If you've ever been having a conversation about health and wellness and you either sent a message out, you can see they had a concern, you wanted to help, or you've been in the middle of conversation, it died, I want you to comment MIA, missing in action. Let me know if that's something that ever happens. That happened to you, Miss Michelle?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll get a few. Yeah, and I think it's like they sense there's a little hook in there, and they're like, "Oh, she's trying to
No,
get
it's not. I'm going to tell you what happens.
me." Okay.
I'm going to tell you the secret to this. Okay, you're going to love this little tip on this. Okay, so well, yes, maybe they do sense there's a hook, but I'm going to tell you how to avoid that and some ways to handle it. Okay, you're going to love this wording. So here's the thing. doTerra started, probably even before social media, and it was very much a sit down with people, okay, kind of conversation. You went into their homes and you did the medicine cabinet makeover. Who's done one of those with a client? Okay, a medicine cabinet makeover, which was way easier to do if you walked into their home.
Right.
And we're doing that a little less right now. But the great thing about being, face to face with them in your makeover was that you could see their body language and what they had interest in. In Messenger, you cannot see their body language. Okay. The other thing is when you message people and they don't immediately reply back, or they stop replying, you don't always know why. If someone stops messaging, or you message and they don't reply back, how many of you let, I jokingly call it, paranoid monkeys go flying around your brain?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to comment, monkeys, if you've had that, like the witches,
Yeah.
monkeys from Wizard of Oz,
Yes.
and they're torturing your poor little brain, going,
Yes.
I don't want your oils. They're annoyed with you. They think you're
Mhm.
salesy, and you're like making yourself crazy
Crazy.
with
Right.
those dang little paranoid monkeys. Okay, so you did the medicine cabinet makeover. Awesome, Sherilyn. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how to minimize the paranoid monkeys and minimize people going MIA. All right, Rochelle, you're so funny. You're a newbie, Mona. Awesome. Well, welcome. We're so glad you're here, hun.
Mhm.
Okay, so the paranoid monkeys are swirling your head, and
Mhm.
we want to cut those bad boys out. So comment monkeys if that happens to you. Okay, so let me tell you some tricks. They're not tricks, they're authentic. Okay, so nobody feels tricked, nobody feels trapped, nobody feels. Anyway, we're gonna avoid like all those yucky, no good, very bad feelings. Okay. All right, because we don't want that. So what we're going to do is, let's see, trying to get this to go away. Here we go. Okay. All right. So Messenger is one of those things. You need to think of it as this is the same as if I was sitting down with somebody in their home doing my medicine cabinet makeover. Okay.
Mhm.
So I want you to try to bring that in and think, okay, I'm going to make this just as personable if I was sitting on the couch with her or sitting at her kitchen table and having a conversation so we can determine which oils she needs most. Because you don't just want to just, I know you sell a lot of like the starter packs and what's the like first like set of oils called? There's a name for it. I'm having a brain fart. What's it called? Like,
Like healthy essentials,
there
and
we
then
go.
there's
Wasn't
yeah,
a starter pack. I knew that wasn't right. I'm like, there's a cool name for it.
yeah.
All right. So, yes, it's nice to sell that and get it started. But isn't it also great when you can like, oh, this oil is going to help this situation? And, you talk about their kid that has recurring ear infections or their husband that, like different scenarios, and you get them that special oil that really makes a big difference because you've got hundreds of oils, right? So we don't want just them to get the top 6, the top 8, top 12. We want them to try the thing that's best for them. Okay. So that's going to help us too. The other thing that it will help, okay, those of you who have helped others start an oil journey, okay, meaning you have people that, they're signed up with doTerra to get mostly the discount. How many of you ever struggle with keeping people signed up to keep getting monthly
The
shipments?
loyalty.
Yeah, loyalty. Okay. So if you struggle with loyalty, keeping people signed up for loyalty, just comment loyalty if that's a struggle. Okay.
Mm.
If you're rocking it and it's not a problem, then, don't comment anything. But if that's a challenge, comment loyalty. So I'm going to tell you why this can be helpful for this too. Okay. All right. Congratulate, empathize, or compliment. Oh, good. Karen, you got it. You're awesome. Thank you, lady. I like how you spell your name. You guys are so good. Oh, loyalty. Look at everybody commenting loyalty.
Mhm.
Okay. So we're going to have 3 awesome things that this is going to help with. Okay. So if you're excited to hear, so I call this money making messages, MMM. Money making messages. So I want you to hit the heart button if you're like, girl, I want some money making messages. But at the same time, and I promise you, this is not cold messaging. This isn't salesy. This is 100% about being a really good listener. Okay. So
Mhm.
hit that heart button, next to the thumbs, hit the heart button if you're ready for some money making messages. Okay. So let's use the example of your sleeping question tonight. Okay. So your sleeping question, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you sleep? Okay. So we're going to reply to that with another question. Hey, I'm curious, do you happen to know what's keeping you from sleeping as at a 10? Okay. So anyone that's not a 10, what's keeping you from sleeping at that level of 10? Okay. See if they know. Some are going to totally know. Others won't. Maybe they're just, restless. They just stir, right? Okay. What's keeping you from sleeping at a level of 10? And then they're going to comment back. Okay. Those of them that are sleeping at 10, you're like, awesome. Do you have any rituals that help you get to a 10? Because you're just kind of curious to see what they do. We still want to ask them a question. Okay. All right. So they reply back, I have babies that keep me up all night. They reply back, COVID has just made me stressed out. They reply back, whatever they reply back. Okay. What I want you to do they comment, you reply, they comment again, you move it to a private message. That's it. Just back and forth the total of 3 times. I get this all the time. Okay. How many times I go back and forth? Them, you, them. That's it. Scooch on over to private message. Okay. Now, Michelle's super brave about private messaging, which I really respect. And we're going to give you some wording that's going to make that even more effective. Does that sound good?
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Oh, Laura, thank you for the compliment. You're welcome. Come back and watch a replay for sure. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So now what we're going to do, okay, after we do that, and we're going to move it to a private message. And first, we're going to thank them. Thank you so much for commenting on my post. I love hearing, getting to know people on Facebook. So there's several little secret sauce messages, okay? Do you have a quick minute that I could ask you a little bit more about your sleep? You always ask permission. These are personal conversations, okay? So thank them. Thanks for commenting on my post. I'm curious, do you have a quick minute I could ask you a little bit more about your sleep? Okay, so whatever the conversation started on, you could have asked on a scale of 1 to 10, how sore do you get when you work out? You could ask on a scale of 1 to 10, how easily do you catch the seasonal illnesses? There's a million health questions I can help you with, okay? It's just a matter of kind of learning, getting in a system with this, okay? All right, so they're mostly going to say yes, okay? People, and I'm going to tell you why, and I don't mean this as an insult to anyone, but people really like when somebody cares about their pain. Would you agree? Right?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
Totally.
People, they're like, oh, you're going to let me tell you about how bad I sleep and how frustrated I am. And okay. But here's the trick, y'all. Okay. When they start telling you about why they're not sleeping, okay, let's just say it's about kids. Let's just start with that example. And you're like, oh, cool. I got some ideas to help their kids sleep better. So then they'll sleep better. And your head's going, you're like, so excited to share the ideas. And you're like this behind your phone. You have to stay calm in Messenger. You can jump up and down and be all excited, but don't you dare message like you're all excited, okay? We're going to stay nice and calm and cool because this is why. Who's that person in your life, okay, that gives free advice that you're like, man, you love them as a person, but you just are like, girl, you just give too much free advice. It could be your husband, could be your mom, could be a best friend, a sister. Who's that person that jumps in? Well, why don't you just do this? And you're like, okay, did you think I didn't think that through? If you jump in like you're trying to be super, Wonder Woman hero, it won't go over well. Okay. They have tried to find solutions on their own, I promise you. So let me tell you my little secret sauce to talking about health and wellness without turning people off. Okay. Because do all of you have that person that gives free advice? Comment free. Okay. That you're just like, you don't want to come off like that person. So there's a couple tips on how to do that without offending them. Okay. Or not necessarily offending. That's a strong word, but kind of making them kind of put up these walls of, look, I've tried to figure this out. This isn't easy. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is, so you're going to say, can you tell me more about, if they commented on why they're not sleeping, tell me more about that. One of the best things to ask is, how long has that been going on? How long has that been going on? Okay. That could be their kid has a cough. That could be, ear infections. It's so many different things, people. You could talk about their health. How long has that been going on? Okay. This is one of my favorite questions that helps them save face and a great place where you're going to be able to compliment. The next thing you're going to ask them is, what have you tried to solve that problem? One of the worst things you can do
Yeah.
is bring up a solution and they're like, I've tried that. And then you feel dorky and they feel dorky and it's a horrible feeling. Okay. They may have tried oils and even if they did try oils, you're then going to find out, well, how did you use it? A lot of people don't understand all the different ways they could use it. There might be another way they could use it. Okay. Super, super important. All right. So my first question was, how long have you had this problem? So everybody comment long. Okay. How long have you had this problem? Or how long has this been going on? We don't want it to sound too negative. How long has this been happening? And then what have you done so far to try to find a solution to that? So comment solution. Okay. Now, after they've told you this is the question you must ask every single time before you ever bring up even one oil. Okay, this is the ultimate question. We never start talking about oils without saying, may I share with you? May I share with you a few ideas that other people have found helpful? Okay, other people found helpful, not was the perfect solution. You don't want to oversell it because not the same thing doesn't work for every person. Okay, may I share with you some ideas that have helped others with similar situations? So that way, no matter if they're talking about kids or insomnia or hormones or snoring husband or whatever it might be, we're just going to refer to, you've helped some other people that same situation. Okay. Can you feel that wording? And so they say yes. They're gonna 99% of the time they'll say yes. And you say, because you mentioned your child just doesn't sleep longer than 30 minutes, because you mentioned that you're hitting premenopause and you think that might have to do with it, because you mentioned, and you say, here's some oils that others have benefited from. Don't say that you're gonna love. Okay, don't oversell it. It's really important. Okay, and so you say the words they used. Don't, if they say, oh, this sucks, say, because you said this sucks. If they said, oh, so frustrating, say, because you said it was so frustrating. Use their words. They feel heard. If they could hear your voice and you could see face to face, that's even better, but you're not going to most of the time. So if you say their words back to them in Messenger, it works really well. What this does, when they say, may I share with you some ideas? I tell people you can't see body language like you could if you're in their home. This will show you body language. You'll get back, absolutely, in all caps. And it's funny. Seriously, you'll laugh how many times that will happen. Please do. I'd love to hear. It blows my mind how similar those comments are that come back. There will be one or two people now and then that'll be like, no, thank you, I'm good. Or, okay, but I don't have any money. But it's like 2% of people. And you just say, I understand, no problem. Okay. If you know how to take a no, the conversations won't feel awkward. You just go back to talking about their kids or whatever you talk to them about. Okay. So can you feel how this wording works? Now, after you tell them about your ideas, you ask which of those sounds like the best fit for you, or which of those do you think would be most helpful in your home, or which of those would best help you get sleep. And then they tell you, and you say, may I share with you how you could get that product? You tell them about full price or how they could get a discount. Okay. This is seriously magic messaging. So if those words, if that wording was helpful, I want you to comment fuzzy, warm fuzzy. Okay. What do you think? think of the wording, Michelle? How do you think the people you
It's
talk to?
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's perfect because we've talked about it and I'm not that person. So this will help me get the warm fuzzy going and not in my mind because I don't want to sound like I'm trying to get you
right,
or make you do something. I really want to sound like I'm on your side and I want to hear what you have to say.
right.
So they're like priceless. It's like rubies.
It's
Love it.
really, it's amazing, you guys. Because one of the coolest things about your product line is how you have the loyalty program. So you get someone signed up, and then, hopefully, and we have a bunch of tips on how to keep people coming back. But even your customers that have bought a few oils now, you want to follow up with them and see how their health's going, what's going on now. There's always something different.
Hmm.
You have that exact same conversation. Now they switch their loyalty to buy something else now that because I'm notorious for getting to like, how many bottles of peppermint could I possibly need, right? Like, case we got to remember to change it so we're not having buyer's remorse. Oh my gosh, I got 16 bottles of,
Yes.
On guard, which there can never be too much on guard, but it might be nice to order something else, right? Um, so that's where you can keep them ordering, having, pick, like, depends on how big your organization is, but pick maybe 10% of your organization, and every month 10% of them have this conversation with them, and
Yes.
that will help them to keep buying. Okay, it's amazing. Rubies are your favorite, Anna. You're so cute. um Ring it. Yes, Karen, absolutely. So, you can definitely. So, one of the things in Messenger, we believe in messaging, and we call it initial touch. We never message and say, "Hey, I'm just wondering if you're curious about oils, or
Yeah.
still need oils." I'm not saying you would do that, Karen, but sometimes we wonder, like, what else do we say? So, you always first message them about their personal life. You knew they just had a baby. You knew they moved. You knew, their husband is unemployed with, COVID or whatever it might be. Okay. You always reach out and only talk about them personally first, Karen. Okay. And then you ask, do you have a quick minute that I can ask you a little bit about what oils you're currently using, or, what oils have been your favorite, something like that. And then, let's say you come out with some new ones, the companies come out with some new ones. Hey, would you be interested in knowing some new products the companies come out with? Um, and there's some other ways. It kind of depends on what they say or what the relationship is you have with them, Karen. But can you feel that? Let me know if that was kind of helpful. So we have wording for all sorts of scenarios, for getting to know people if they're interested in being a business builder, to finding out, do y'all like host parties very much anymore, where you try to get them to introduce you to your friends? If you
Virtual. Yeah.
virtual,
In
yeah.
my area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Virtual.
So that's, we have wording for booking parties. I mean, it's not classes. You guys typically call them classes, right?
Workshops too. Yeah.
Workshops. Okay. We have all sorts of wording that has that warm, fuzzy feeling. Okay. It's not about, I just got to, this is the problem that most people with good intentions will have. I've got to get out this idea about this oil before they shut me down. And so then you go in for the kill too fast, and then they stop messaging, and then you're like, okay, that probably wasn't my finest moment. And you're like, but what else do I say? There is a different way to do this. Okay. I have this other tip, and I have a way to do this where I tell women all the time, or reps all the time. If you are talking to a woman about oils and all you're focused on is her health, she'll a lot of times put herself off. Would you agree with that? As women, we don't always put ourselves first. But if you talk to her about her family members, if there's something her spouse needs, or, significant other, her children, a parent she's taking care of, a neighbor she helps, if you will find two other people in her life that could use the oils, she'll buy it like 90% of the time. Okay. It's like this magic trick I have, and it works brilliantly, because women will not put themselves, they just don't put themselves first. But when there's a couple other people in their life that they love that need it, they'll buy. It's really amazing.
Wow.
Okay. It's an amazing tip that I found works fabulous for doTerra and any, oil company. Maybe a customer who enrolled but never enrolled in all our, yeah. So it's just, yes, women take care of themselves last. Exactly, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, exactly. All right. So I have some more wording, and also a lot of my questions that I teach you to create can help pull that out. Like, who else are you taking care of, or what's going on with your kids, or, things with relationship. There's all sorts of things that you can do. Thank you, Mona. I appreciate that. Okay. So what I would like to do is share with you a little bit about how we could work with you. Okay. And my goal is that we get 10 of you to come together because there's a really cool thing that we do. It's called an engagement camp, where we work together for 5 hours. Now, I'm curious, tell me this. Are you connecting with your customers more in a Facebook group or on a business page? So group has members, you know how they join your group, whereas a business page, they like and follow your group. Or like and follow your page.
Page, right.
Which are you using more? Are you using a group or page more, or just your personal profile? Michelle?
I use the group,
Group?
but only if they have their own account. Like if I'm
Okay.
trying to get new clients, I'll deal with them
Uh-huh.
on the page.
On the business
That
page or
makes
your
sense.
personal
Yeah.
profile?
The business page, yeah.
Business page. Okay, awesome. So how many of you, whatever you have on Facebook, tell me if it's ever a struggle to figure out what to post about. Is content ever an issue? What do I post today? Okay. So if that's ever an issue, I want you to hit the question marks. Put 3 question marks if that's ever an issue. Okay. What do I post today? So I'm going to tell you about how we're going to help you with that in 5 hours on Zoom, so I can see your beautiful face and hear your voice. And we come together and we help you create content for an entire month in 5 hours.
Wow.
How excited would you be if you had content for a month in 5 hours? Okay. And this is super, super effective, super fun. And we teach you and really help you practice learning how to create these questions. Because I can promise you, some of you will start doing this on your own. And one of the things that will happen is you'll ask questions like, do you have a kid that has earache? And you can't ask, do you, can you, who has this? You can't ask yes, no questions. They hit the like button. They won't answer it. Okay. It's really, really important to understand this. Hey, quick question before I tell you about this. If this is your first time joining me, can you comment 1ST first? 1ST. I'd love to know who's this is your first time hanging with me. Okay. Make sure you comment 1ST. Okay. So let me tell you about this program we have, because it's really fun when there's a group of you that all sign up together, because then you can brainstorm and you can maximize your ideas. Someone can come up with an idea for 1 week, another of you can come up with an idea for another week, and it's just really, really cool how much fun it is. Okay. All right, let me make sure you guys are getting what. Okay, awesome. And if you've commented oil, make sure you click on that button, get the goodies. Okay. All right. So what we have for you is this really awesome program called Social Media 101. Okay. So let me tell you what you get with this. This is the coolest program. You are going to have in here 30 short videos, or like about 5 minutes, 3 to 7 minutes, average 5. Okay. Oh, awesome, Grace. So glad you're here, hun. So 3 to 5 minute videos, there's 30 of them. And it is going to take you tip by tip by tip by tip what Facebook wants you to do. So Facebook will help you get in front of help you get in front of more people, just like those questions helped Michelle get in front of even that producer, you know what I mean? So We teach you, because we call them one button responses. We do how many days a week on a scale of 1 to 10, multiple choice. We have all these tips to help you with your wording, because what did I say? These little bottles aren't sexy. I love them, but they don't get people's attention, okay? What they do for you is sexy, but they're not sexy. So we have to get more creative about the content that you create. So you get these 30 videos, and it's going to help you both build your audience, find new friends, learn how to join groups and find friends authentically. It's this amazing program. It's a 2-in-1. This is usually a $300 program, so you're getting this BOGO, buy one get one free, $147. Now, here's the fun thing. You're going to listen to these videos, and one of the things that we really pride ourselves in our programs is that then you get to come to our small group coaching. We call it Question Queen sessions. Why? See this little thing up here? Question Queen. So you can come and say, look, this oil is on special this month. I want to do a series on this. This oil, because spring allergies are starting to kick in, how would I, focus on that for a week? What we want to teach you is how to take one topic and focus on it for a whole week. When you talk about allergies all week long, they're finally like, you know what? That Raylene, I think Raylena, am I saying your name right? She might have some ideas for me. She's been talking about this all week. I bet she could help me. Oh my goodness, wow, I really needed some help sleeping. I wonder if Linda could help me with that. She's been talking about sleep ideas all week long. And so you want to have these themes all week, because there's this whole things 5 to 10 times before people take action, right? Yeah. And people trust you. So whether it's in your group with the people that are already under you and you're just getting them excited about trying some new oils, or you're finding customers that you've never sold to before, it helps you have more conversations. Okay. Hello, Christine from Georgia. All right. So, awesome, Linda. I'm so glad you've heard some of them. So you get to come to Question Queen sessions. 2 of them, they're 2 hours long on Zoom. So not on live here, like when I can't hear your voice and see your face, except your cute little pictures. You can ask your questions, and it's amazing. But the first 10 people tonight, 10 people, okay, who sign up for this get a free bonus program. It's worth $147, and you get to come 3 months in a row. So we're going to help you create contents for April, May, and June. So you'll come in March, April, May, because you come the month ahead. And for 5 hours on Zoom, we're going to help you create content for your business page or group, whatever you're using. We'll talk about live scripts. We'll talk about stories. We'll talk about creating events on Facebook. We'll talk about creating content. So many things in 5 hours. It sounds like a long time, but it goes so fast. So the first 10 people who get this, and if you click on that link, you'll see there's also, you can get our program for 3 payments of $57. $57, that's all, okay? So if you need a payment program and you click on that link, you'll see there's that. And we would love to have at least 10 of you, because when there's a whole bunch of the same company working together, the brainstorming goes crazy. Now, there's other companies there, but you always learn from other people, and we use the breakout rooms. So all our health and wellness would go in one breakout room and brainstorm together. Okay. Christine, when you say, will you help us with the tech component? I'm going to make an assumption and you tell me if I'm wrong. Okay. Yes, the weekend is on Zoom. It's actually, you have the option, Karen, of Tuesday morning or Friday night. So every month we have one Tuesday or one Friday. You get to pick which one you come to. So when you say tech component, Christine, I'm going to guess you're saying like you're not totally sure how to use business pages well or Facebook groups well. We're really good at it, okay? So when you come to Question Queen sessions, guess what you can do? You're on Zoom, and if you don't know this already, you can share your screen. So my assistant runs the Question Queen sessions. They're Monday mornings and evenings, and you can share your screen. You'll get 2 in your first 30 days. you can share your screen and you can say, can you look at this and tell me what's good and what I could do different? And she's awesome at helping you like fine tune that group or business page to get more engagement and to learn some of the techniques to use. Is that what you were asking, Miss Christine? Let me know if that helped. Awesome. You had 2 people comment. You're going to call tomorrow, Robin. That is fabulous. You got to come join the camp, girl. I hope you get the social media 101 because I want you to have this happen every single day. Do you realize there are so many people on Facebook, y'all? You can absolutely, positively, okay? I mean, this is so exciting what you can do. The possibilities are endless because of the amount of people that are in Facebook. We just have to get you finding good ways to have these conversations, okay? Oh, yay, Michelle got the BOGO. Awesome. Awesome, awesome.
Wow.
So Amy says, if you purchase the social media 101 for $147, you actually get 3 months. If you are 1 in 10. So, okay. So Amy, you're actually getting a total of 3 programs. You're going to get social media 101 and build your audience. That's normally $300. It's $147. It's buy one, get one free. Okay. And they're kind of compiled together. And it's a really cool system where you watch a video and you click a button that says I did it and goes, bow, chicka, wow, wow. And every day it tells you what to do for 30 days. Okay. The bonus program is what's called our engagement camp. And in our engagement camp, you get to come for 3 months in a row. So either Tuesday or Friday, and we announce like far in advance so you can decide which one's best for you and make arrangements. And, you know, people have kids around them, nursing mom, I mean, it all. We once even, sometimes, you know, like Michelle, you have a wall close behind you. We had someone more in the middle of the room, a husband that was naked.
Oh, please. Right sideways.
We've seen it all. You can mute yourself, so it's okay if you can't completely have a non-interrupted thing. The less interruptions you have, the better. You'll get more out of it. But we record it, and you'll get both sessions, even though you only come to one live. So you can watch all the recordings. I'm trying to think what else, but it's amazing. So you'll get to come and create content for the months of April, May, and June with us, and we'll have an amazing time. So this is always available, but we don't always have the BOGO, or the getting the engagement camp for free with it, Grace. But we always have a social media 101 available. Christine, yes, we probably don't talk a ton about Zoom. We do know quite a bit about Zoom. It's not to Zoom into a Facebook group. What I would tell you is to contact you, go to zoom.us if you don't already have an account, and watch their tutorials. Let them help you with that, because that's not necessarily one of our fortes. Anything to do with Facebook, though, your Facebook group, going live, your business page, those things we definitely have some skills in. Okay. Hopefully that's answering your question. But Zoom has some great help. And to Zoom into a group, you have to have what's called a webinar account, and it costs a lot more. So that's the hard thing about, that's one of the interesting things about Zoom, is to broadcast Zoom into YouTube or Facebook. It does cost a lot more than just having an account where you can meet with up to like 50 people. So just a little FYI. Okay, so as soon as you buy it, you're going to get an email and you can start the videos now. Okay, the 30 videos that come with it, those are immediately available, and you can hammer through those as fast as you want. The engagement camps, the first one you'll attend will be in March. So you'll come March, April, and May. Okay. All right, so let's see how we're doing, how many we have left, because we're going to do the first 10 people, and seriously, we're going to have so much fun. Michelle, tell them all you want them to come join you.
Yeah, well, okay. This woman is a genius. She's very humble.
You're
She
sweet.
is is like gold. I mean, I come from a place where I don't know how many of you, but I had no support, nothing. I had to find everything, and I'm looking, hunting this diamond, this triple president,
Right.
this whatever, and then I see her, and I'm like, she's making sense to me.
Aw.
She's making sense to me. And they say what do they say? Your vibe attracts your tribe. And my thing is like, and everybody's telling you, when you find your ideal customer, there should be like a thing there, a synergy there. So it's like when I find somebody that makes sense in my head, that I can understand, that can explain it to me in a way that makes sense and is effective, I'm there, because
Aw.
we're in step. We're in step. We're in
Right.
step. So I've got my social media 101. I got the BOGO. I'm going to start my business page from scratch, because if I can get 20,000 people to like my page, because there are more than 20,000 people in the world.
Right. You don't
Okay,
need to
I
do it
know
from
that.
scratch though. If you already have a business page, we just use the one you have and we can up the
Yeah,
engagement on there.
but yeah, I mean,
You don't
like,
ever have to start over unless your
no,
likes
yeah,
are inauthentic.
no, I don't want to lose anything like that. But
Yeah,
I'm like, if there's so many people in the world in
rev it up.
doTERRA Global, I'm there. Yeah, so let's do it.
Right.
So
So
let's
Miss
do it.
Samantha, she asked, do we just purchase the BOGO deal and then you get the bonus boot camp? Yes, ma'am. We're keeping track of 10 that signed up. So that's all you have to do. All you have to do. All right. So I've got Miss Michelle in and I've got Miss Robin in. All right. Awesome, girls. We're going to have some fun. Seriously, when there's 10 of you, we
Come
will
join.
have so much fun in camp. And because you will get, there's just this synergy and this brainstorming and the juices get flowing. And really, guys, like you can do this in 3 payments. You get that first payment done. The next ones are done because you're going to be having so many more new customers as
Yep.
long as you're following all the steps. It's pretty amazing. Oh, Mona, you're fine. Just, yep. And this is all recorded. Just click that link that I just posted. Hopefully it posted. Where'd it go?
Yeah. So I did my joining while I was on the webinar, so you can too.
Let me see here if this link is posting like it's supposed to. Let me double check this is working right. And you can chat with these girls and tell them your thoughts and anything else.
Yeah. So I know right now in this environment, money is a real thing for a lot of people. And just to tell you a little bit about my story, I started doTERRA when I was a licensed massage therapist slash esthetician. So I'm working, working, working. And then this pandemic hits, and now I'm not working. But in my mind, I'm like, people need doTERRA. So I'm working doTERRA. And that's how I started making money for myself during this time. And now that,
Wow.
in my state, we opened back up, and I'm at a place now where my business is giving me something, but not everything. I
Mhm.
want to take it to that level that I want to be at. So your money is a real issue, but the payment plan, it's going to work. And I'm
Yeah.
like so jacked, because if what we got now is just the tip of the iceberg, can you
Right.
imagine how deep the dive is going to be?
Yep.
And the transformation is going to be, because if I can go to a free thing and get 200 people to like a post,
Right.
can you imagine how many customers I'm going to have in 2 months?
Right.
I mean, like, really change that in my brain. Like, if I can get 200 people, even if I got 5 of them, to become a
Right.
customer, I can bank advance in 1 week.
Yeah.
In one
Yep.
week.
Yeah. If you message, you do the messaging. Yep. Oh, good night, Miss Grace. Yes,
So
it is so
yeah,
much fun.
yeah, because I was just answering some of the comments on my sleep post. I got comments already.
Oh, you
So
did? How many
yeah, yeah,
comments you
yeah.
got?
Right now I'm at 6 comments. And but by the time I question them all back, it'll be
Awesome.
double.
Yeah, and you'll get
Yeah.
more. And it's really funny when you do them late at night like this and you respond really quickly back to them. By the next morning when you get up, you'll get a handful more comments, almost as many as you got tonight. It's super, super, super funny. It's
It's hysterical because I went back to that other chocolate post and then the
yeah.
couples post. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's funny how long, because that chocolate one you did about 2 weeks ago, if not even longer than that, maybe. All right. Oh, let me post a couple other things up. This is our, we have a really fun challenge coming up, and you can invite all your team to it. You click on the link that I just popped up, you sign up for it, and then what happens is you'll ask to join a group, and that will be starting this weekend. So we got Amy Macak. Oh my goodness, I'm brain for. I'm not sure how you say that, but Amy, awesome.
Mhm.
Samantha's in. Oh my
Perfect.
goodness.
Come on, let's do
We're
it.
gonna have
Let's
some fun,
get there.
girls. Couple more
It's gonna be
spots
awesome.
left.
It's gonna
Thank
be
you, Laverne.
awesome.
I'm so glad. Yes, exactly, Miss Mona. Great question. $57 every month. So if you buy, when you buy tonight, it'll be 30 days. Well, it's the exact same day of the month. So like it's February and there's not 30 days. So
Hmm.
today's the 16th. So we'll charge March 16th, just so you know it's not technically 30 days when it's a February. And if there's 31 days,
Right.
it always charges on the exact same day that you bought, just so you know, because that is kind of weird when we hit February. So yes, exactly what you said, 3 months.
I'm so excited.
Yay, Samantha. That's so awesome. Okay,
I'm
so we're
so
going to give
excited.
away our cute hat. I do have them in white and red. We do have a name. Thank you for helping spread the revolution. And our winner is, drumroll, Raylina Rodriguez. Raylina, thank you so much for spreading the love. We'll send you a message and ask you for your for your home address. If you know where it said get the goodies, if you'll just message us and say I'm the winner, here's my address, that helps us. You can do that. So yes. All right, let's see how many more we got. Let's get that 10. Okay, girls, we are going to have so much fun. What other things, because we talked about several other things, the challenge, it was called 20 leads in 7 days. What
Hmm.
other tips did you get out of that was beneficial?
Finding people in other groups to talk to that interest me.
Yes.
I love to do crochet or anything by hand.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, so I'm a single needle person. I'm not a knitter.
Yeah.
So
I hate when
I
you drop
can't.
stitches.
I'll
Ah.
buy a knitting machine. That's how bad it is. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, no, I'm sitting crochet all night. But yeah, so and these people are great. I'm loving the group. They're very sincere. They're loving it. I get the warm fuzzy from them already. I guess because we have the common interest. So I'm
Right.
not trying to be salesy in there, but it's like eventually I will. So,
Yes.
but yeah, it's so nice just to get to know new people with an interest and expand myself and send them a friend request. Hey, you'll check me out, and then take it from there.
Exactly. So let me tell you what she's talking about. One of our tips we shared in our challenge that she did with me was how to add friends authentically. Now, Facebook's always doing this little temptation thing where they're like, you have 16 similar friends to this person. Do you want to add them as a friend? And you're like, sure, okay, but you really don't know them, or you might know them kind of. But what I have found is, okay, so if you have this friend and then a friend of a friend, and these bubbles constantly overlap, it gets kind of hard to find a new channel and then start connecting with their friends to get more customers, and you get kind of in a rut. So what we tell people to do is just find groups with true interests. So like crocheting is one of mine too. It could be you have a child with autism. It could be you love keto, eating lifestyle. It could be there's a million groups. Okay. And so you go to Facebook and you search that type of group and then you join it. But here's the trick. You don't post. You go
Right.
to all the posts in there and you compliment or ask questions or
Mm-hmm.
encourage or help. You make that person feel special. Don't post in the group.
Right.
Love on them, love, 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 love on people. If they reply back, especially, ask a question, then, okay, what you're going to do is then if you start creating a little conversation back and forth, go add them as a friend. Then you post your how well do you sleep question. There'll be some of the crochets that doesn't sleep well, right? That you've added as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can start the health and wellness conversation. So it doesn't have to be, I don't know, people's migraines or I don't know, like, you know what I mean? A health and wellness
Right.
group. It just needs to be things you have common interest in. And it's really amazing. And we encourage people to be adding at least 25 friends a week until you hit 5,000. And that may take a year. Okay. We're not saying do that in 30 days or anything.
Right.
We're saying, it could take 2 years. It depends on how many friends you have now. But you always want to be adding friends to get new people to talk to about, your products. So it's fun how that works, huh?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. It's a whole new group of people who, they complement each other. They're caring for each other.
Yeah.
I just love being in the group, and I love having a new way to think about interacting with people on Facebook. That's the big thing for me,
Yeah.
like because it's not always about look at me, let's see what I'm doing. I'm living my life. Here I am. I'm over here. No, it's like let's get in with the people.
Yep.
It makes it nice.
Awesome. I love it. So I got
Hmm.
Miss Raylena in. I've got Miss Karen in. I love that Keryn. I hope I'm saying that right. I know Mona said she was going to sign up. So there's just a couple spots left. Ooh, Gloria's in. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4,
It's
5,
gonna be awesome.
7. Okay, there's only a couple spots left, girls.
We can do
Grab
it. Let's get to
one.
10.
Let's
Let's
get to
tell our
10,
team
y'all. We're going to have some
we
fun.
can do it.
Yes, we can. Seriously, y'all, you will be so excited. So in that 5 hours, I'm going to we'll put you in a breakout room. And one of the really fun things we do, we use national days as like a kind of a
Mm.
brainstorm tool. So you want to look for those ones about relationships and health, mental health, cooking, cleaning. There's so many things that you all support, and we pick those, and then we kind of make a whole week around that. The other thing you can do is simply focus on one oil per week. Okay, so tell me, why do you love grapefruit? What does grapefruit do for you? I know a couple things, but I probably don't know all of them. What's great about grapefruit? Tell me. Okay. And I'll give you an example of what we do for a 5-day series. So
Mhm.
I know it's great for moods. It makes you happy. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, I love grapefruit. But do you guys peel grapefruit or do you, what do you call that when you
Oh,
cut it
cut
out?
it and then you just slice it?
Yeah, but there's a word
Or do
for
you
it. But
pick
yeah.
Oh, when you take the slices out?
Yeah, so I peel it and eat it like an orange, which I know most
Right.
people don't do. But I'm like, it's good fiber and I like it this way. Um, but anyway, so grapefruit, right? What we do is you'd pick an oil for the week and we would focus that all week long. So people would get so excited. Oh my gosh, it does that and it does that and it does that.
Mhm.
So I know it's great for weight loss, great for detox. Okay. So on weight loss, you would say, which is harder to steer away from salty, fried foods or sweets.
Wow.
And then you'd have some tips on why grapefruit's great for helping with that. And that would help your engagement. And we would do a tip like that all week long about grapefruit. And by the end of the week, it was like, well, I gotta have that. Okay. And that's when, especially when you have, like I know at Christmas, you guys always have like those Christmas ones that you focus on. And you always have new stuff coming out, every so many months. So what we want to do is help people get familiar with those, and that's going to really,
Right.
really, really help your loyalty customers
Yeah.
stay buying and using, because sometimes we just forget to use them.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, to be all honest, right? So detox. So you want to ask people, what kind of detox have you tried? And get kind of an idea. Did you know that this is great for detox? The things that it does for your skin and your mind and clarity and why detoxing is important. but you can ask people about that. Okay. So all sorts of things that you can do, and you just have this whole week over a specific oil, and I'll show you how to stretch that out, because sometimes, like, how much can you say about, lemon or whatever it might be? I will show you how to stretch that out over a week. It'll be really cool. All right, it'll be tons of fun. Okay, I want to know what your biggest takeaway is, which biggest aha moment, like tips on posting, tips on messaging. What's your biggest aha moment that you got from tonight? What's your biggest aha moment, Miss Michelle?
It would be, wow, what the compliment, encourage, and empathize.
Oh, responding to comments.
Responding to comments in that way. And that was good. And also on the messenger, asking permission and speaking to people in a way that I don't come across it like I have the answer. What's your problem? I have the answer.
Yeah, that doesn't go over well with any of us, does it?
I have the answer. No, let me talk to you. Let me hear you. Let me
Right.
tell you what you told me. This is what I found other people do based on what you told me.
Right. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love
Yeah,
it.
so
Love
that
that
was
word.
awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm ready for the deep dive. I'm ready.
Let's go, girl. What was
Yes.
your other listening? I love that, Gloria. Listen, how to listen on Facebook does in Messenger. It's like you just feel like you have to be doing the talking, but how to listen. Good job, Gloria. What other aha moments did y'all have? Yeah, creating easy and fun questions. Raylena,
Yes.
awesome. Awesome, awesome. Any others? Okay, so tell you what, I would bet that there's a couple gals that you work closely with that are not on here tonight.
Definitely
They,
gonna share.
they're dealing with kids, they're whatever. Okay. So I'm going to open up 5 spots for your friends. Okay. So if they buy the Social Media 101 by tomorrow at midnight, I will make sure that those 5 people, because it's so much fun to be on camp with your best, gal pals or gentleman pals from doTerra. Yes, Mona, you absolutely did make the top 10. Absolutely. I think there's 2 spots left for tonight, but I'm going to open up 5 spots for your gal pals. All right. So if you message me, you're like, girl, there's this webinar, you got to check this out. You can message us and say, hey, Susie's going to be messaging in. She wants to get in on that bonus. So I will make sure that they get the Question Queen camp, because it's so fun. It's so much fun to have a few friends that work with. Okay. Or to work with them. How important engagement is, Laverne. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. So let me know if you talk to anyone. This stays right here on my business page. You're welcome to share it far and wide. People can definitely come and keep watching it. We're not going to go anywhere with it. So we're going to have a ton of fun. All right. Okay. Well, Miss Michelle, can everybody give Michelle a big thank you for joining us? Want to put this up one more time. This is the link to join the free challenge that we have about algorithms.
Perfect.
We're going to have a lot of fun with that.
Awesome. That changed my whole life.
Oh, wow.
It really did. No, it really did. Because I'm telling you, you feel like a loser. Well, I do. I'm not going to say everybody. But, Facebook is like, you don't want to get into that. How come I'm not the one? And this one is da-da-da-da. I don't want to get into that. But when I saw that one post get into 200, and it's so old now.
It's still getting comments.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yep.
Love it. So I'm like, okay, Facebook.
Awesome. 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 So Michelle, can you put the link to, let's see. So you don't let people join your group unless they're under you. So you have your business page, right?
Correct.
Can you go ahead and put your business page link on there so people can follow you there if they'd like?
Sure. It is.
What's the name of your business page, hun?
essential oils and more. Oh, I don't know if it's an and or ampersand. And I'm just trying to and more with Michelle.
Awesome.
And let me see. I'll put the ad in front, see if that helps.
Thank you, Miss Samantha. You're so welcome.
There it is. Yeah. So yeah, it's up. Thank you so much.
You
And
are so
that's it.
welcome.
You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out. And this woman is a genius.
Thank you.
We just need to blow this whole thing up. It's awesome.
Yes, lots of people need you. Lots and lots of people need you.
Mhm.
Like I said, I'm not anti-doctor. I just feel like we can take a little more personal responsibility for our health, and there's some things that we can do and minimize. Like I said, I'm a minimalist when it comes to um,
Right.
regular health and wellness stuff. So I like
Appreciate that.
to, yeah, I really like the outside the box stuff. All right, Stacy's in. There's one spot left for y'all tonight.
We can
So
do
I
it.
hope that one more of you sign up tonight. There's just one spot left. And like I said, if you have a friend, please just message the page, the message that you got when you commented oil. Just say, hey, my friend so-and-so, she's going to be messaging in. Just have her, connect with us, and we will make sure she gets that bonus. Mona, I'm so glad you love this. I love it. Mona's super new. She hasn't been doing this very long, and she's already investing in herself.
That's
Mona,
it.
you're going to be so glad you did early on. Every one of us that did business, like, and struggled by ourselves for 6 months, a year, like, well, go, why didn't I do this when I first signed up? Everybody says
Mm-hmm.
that. So you're a
Mm-hmm.
smart girl. You are going to love this. All right. You guys are awesome sauce. Be sure and go look at Michelle's page. Make sure you check out the cute post she's doing on her personal profile. And thank you so much for joining us. Michelle, you're awesome. Mwah. Thank you so much for your time
Thank
and for the
you.
kind things.
Bless you. You guys have a
Oh,
great night.
thank you. All right, guys. Let us know if you have any questions, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye. Mwah.